Hey, you're listening to the Smoke Meat Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Pittman. Smoke Meat's brought to you by Joe's Underground at the corner of 8th and Broad in Augusta, Georgia, in the bottom of the Lamar Building. I love going to Joe's. They always make you feel like family, make you feel so great when you come in there every time. Just great food, great people, great drinks. Go in and tell Jeremy and the gang I said hey, and I'm coming soon. Remember, I goes to Joe's, and so should you. Joe's Underground, the corner of 8th and Broad in Augusta, Georgia, in the bottom of the Lamar Building. Oh man, I tell you, I've never been a big candle guy, but a couple of weeks ago, me and my wife went out and I found some candles that kind of piqued my interest. One was whiskey and one was firewood, so I bought them and brought them home and brought them down to the studio and lit them. And within minutes, this place smelled like I was sitting around a fire pit just drinking with my buddies. And it was enough to where I contacted the company and I looked and seen what all they had. They've got leather, they've got Fruit Loops. They've got rum, you name it, they've got it, and it's so awesome. You know, they make candles because they know that scents can bring back memories, and they do. It's awesome. All these candles take me back. I'm sitting here right now with oil and gasoline burning right now, and my house smells like a shop. You know, like hanging out with my boys, working on stuff, and it's awesome. So check them out. Their website is 4pointstradingco.com. And you can put in the promo code Smoked Meat and you will get 10% off because they know that I sent you. And they're great people. So go on out there and check them out. Hey, we've also got another new sponsor. We've got WW Restaurant Equipment in Thompson, Georgia. Go down there and see Mr. Blake Harrison. Blake is the owner and operator of this fine establishment. He can fix you up with anything you need for your restaurant, or if you just like really good stuff to cook with at home, same thing. You know, I've got a lot of his stuff here at house, and I love it. If you hunt, he's got everything you need to process your own game. You don't have to worry about paying somebody to do it anymore. You can just do it yourself, save a lot of money. You can get closer to nature and just enjoy it. You need ice machines, pretty much everything from small wares. You know, you can buy the forks all the way up to stocking a whole restaurant from the ground up. Great place. I've known this guy 40 years, so go check him out. WW Restaurant Equipment at 1894 Moose Club Road in Thompson, Georgia, or give him a call at 706-595-9511. Tell him Brad sent you. Today, my guest is Miss Mickey Faerch. Mickey has been in a lot of different horror movies. She is just so awesome in everything I've seen her in. We just had a great talk today and had a wonderful time. Her son is Deg Faerch, who played young Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's Halloween. And I tell you, they're just a team to be reckoned with. So kick back and enjoy. You're on Smoked Meat. So how are you doing today, Mickey?
I'm doing good. I had a really good start to my day. I've been up for about 6 hours already.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah.
No, actually 8 hours already. I got up at 4:30 this morning.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
I hope everything's okay. Oh, yeah. It's been a short day for me. My wife actually let me sleep like a bum, and I just got up about 30 minutes ago. So, but I have to work tonight, so I needed to sleep today anyway.
Yeah, once you get a little bit older, you have to plan your day if you're going to be up late at night.
Yeah, definitely. I am learning that because I work night shift. I work 8 to 8. Whew. If we don't have a lot of calls, it's not that bad. But if we have a lot of calls, it gets a little bit rough.
Yeah, I end up taking a nap a lot.
Oh yeah. It's funny, when I was a kid, I hated naps. Now I love them. Oh yeah. Well, I was looking over your IMDb, and you have done so much cool stuff. You have done just, man, I love it.
My stuff that I've done on IMDb is minimal compared to what I've done just outside of IMDb, outside of like film.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do enjoy film, It's not nearly as big as the other stuff that I've done in my life. But I thoroughly enjoy acting, especially if it's with my son or creating a character.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. I love characters. I don't know if you've seen my YouTube page. I do like comedy characters.
Oh, cool.
And it's so much fun because the only one that I knew who he was going to be when I started was the clown. And the clown has always been a part of me. He is horrible. His name's Murray, and he's the worst clown that ever walked the face of the earth. His first 10-minute video, he drank a fifth of bourbon in 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, it was tea in the bottle because if I drank like Murray, I would be dead.
Dag reminded me to ask you what smell you've got going on today.
Leather.
Incense.
I have leather.
Leather.
Yep. And it is phenomenal. My studio smells like a sporting goods store right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other characters I do, the first time I did them, I didn't know who they were or what they were going to do until I put on the wig or the mustache or whatever they have. And then they just kind of were born. So
right.
Doing one and developing it's so much fun.
Yeah. I never know when I read something like, and I know it's the character, how it's really going to be. But I have a really good idea when I read it, like a cold read, because often the director or the person who writes it has something in mind. And I often pick up on what they have in mind because I'm a writer myself, I think. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go off in a different direction. I know that there's a film that I did on Amazon Prime right now. And I played a homeless woman, a psychic homeless woman named Wanda. And when I read it, I had, we had the read through with all the actors. And the person who wrote it was there, and they said, I had a totally different take on this. He had envisioned actually hiring African American, and she definitely was going to have, the attributes of like some African American women. But
classy psychic.
I didn't read it that way at all, and they liked my choice, so I didn't go that direction. But oftentimes I can pretty much navigate whatever the writer was intending. I helped Dag with his auditions because of those little nuances that I pick out that are often right on.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah, it's a special gift because, like I said, a writer may have something in mind, and when you can bring something to the table where it makes the person who developed this character and who thought of them initially say, "Holy crap, I like that better," or "That works better." That's a special thing.
Yeah, that's fun.
A lot of people just go in and try and think, okay, what exactly do they want? You'll go into an audition and you'll see 12 people dressed the same way with the same accent, and and you've got something different. You think, well, crap, is this what they want? But you stay true to yourself, and most of the time that hits because it's not the same thing.
Yeah. A lot of times you can go in and convince them of what they want if it's different than what they wanted originally.
Yeah. And, the horror stuff you've done, this is one of my Halloween episodes. The week up to Halloween, I'm doing my Spooktacular. And you've done a lot of horror stuff, which is cool.
I've done horror stuff because look at me, I have that witchy kind of look. It lends itself well to horror.
I understand. And, it's great because I love the horror genre. Matter of fact, when we tried to do the interview for the first time, I had been watching horror movies for 2 days, and I had been interviewing horror people. Dag is one of them. As a matter of fact, Dag is the last person I talked to before we were supposed to go. And I'm down here in my studio. I'm all alone in the house. My wife and kids are out of town. And all of a sudden I hear a click, and everything goes black. I'm like, oh
Ah,
crap. And
you're
yeah,
and we were going to
yeah.
do our interview too. You might have a power issue or a haunted issue.
I think it's a power issue, but I did on one of my shows. I did the way that I do this is I'll record my interviews, and then I'll go back and I'll do a intro and I'll put them together. Well, I did an interview with this one woman. I was the only one here in the house, no TVs or anything on. She was the only one in her house. And I actually got an EVP on the recording, the electric voice phenomenon.
Wow.
When I asked how she was doing, you could hear a voice come over just clearly like it was on the mic saying, I can hear him. Wild. I loved it because I've gotten 1,000 EVPs from different places I've investigated. But yeah, I've never had one on the show.
Starting a ghost chill series?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Oh no! I just investigated on my own just as a hobby.
No, but Dag has just. I think he dropped the first episode last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Ghost Chill, I think he calls it, and I'm at least on one episode.
Oh, outstanding. We're going to have to watch that. I might have to talk to him about that. Definitely.
I bet.
Most definitely. But yeah, I know you've got to be proud of him. He's, it's funny. I'd watched Halloween, all my life. I mean, hell, I saw the original one in the theater. And for some reason, the Rob Zombie one slipped me. I never got to see it. And when I found out I was going to interview Dag, I'm like, okay, well, I need to watch this because duh. And I watched
You hadn't. Wow.
That's the one that I had not seen. And I went on Amazon and I bought it and I watched it. And I'm like, holy crap, this is now my favorite Michael. And I'm not just saying it because you're his mom, but everything he brought to that character. I mean, he was just young Michael in 2007 is my favorite one of all time.
He did a really good job.
Yeah.
He did a really good. We worked on that on the audition for a long time, but we didn't know who it was for.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was amazing. And you can see where you've brought him up, and y'all have done a lot of stuff together.
We have. We're both artistic, so our paths cross like this a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, which is awesome. I love families that do stuff together, families that stay together. And I can tell that y'all are just close. Y'all are mom and son and y'all love each other. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's not like when the kid grows up and, okay, thanks for raising me. I'm going way over here and never talking to you again,
Yeah, that happens a lot in Western cultures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of a European person,
Mm-hmm.
and I worked in the Asian population for a little while, and there are so many cultures that keep close to their family. It's just like the Western culture that kind of says, okay, 18, that's it, you're out, bye. And I understand that.
Yeah, I stayed close with my family for years. My mom, she passed about 20 years ago, but up till then, I mean, anytime she needed anything, boom, I was there because that was mom. And, she raised us. My dad died when I was young. I was about 10 when he passed. So, I mean, that was just mom. We took care of her. And it drives me insane to see people who don't respect their parents and take care of them.
Where are you located?
I'm about 20 miles south of Atlanta.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So whenever y'all come to Georgia to film anything, y'all need to let me know and I will cook for you.
Ah, we actually, Dag and I went out to film in Atlanta a long time ago, but that didn't end up happening for us. So we flew back a week later.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've got Tyler Perry Studios about 20 miles north of me. I've got Pinewood, which is huge, about 12 miles west of me. And I have where they filmed The Walking Dead in Sonoya about 10 miles south of me. So
yeah, I knew The Walking Dead filmed out there.
Yeah. When I first moved up here, I got out of medicine because I had the 2 strokes. And I said, I'm not getting back into it. I'm going to cook. And I looked around for a job in the kitchen and actually found one at Nick and Norman's. Greg Nicotero and Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl, have a restaurant in Sonoya.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really good. I cooked there for a while, and you could actually open the back door of the restaurant and throw a rock and hit the set of Alexandria where they were filming at. So that was really neat.
Hmm.
I enjoyed that. But
What kind of
ultimately,
cooking do
I do any kind of cooking. I can make ramen noodles to a 5-star meal, and I can make ramen noodles. I do the hand stretch noodles also. So I
Ah,
like to smoke stuff. You name it, I do it.
Dave and I actually had a job catering tacos for like
Oh,
3 or 4 years.
oh man, tacos are great. Yeah, you
Yeah,
told me about the
they
guac
are.
socks.
Like right next to the border, you
Yeah,
know. Tacos were really good.
yeah. And what's funny is people, talk about taco trucks and little taco stands and all that, but they don't realize tacos have the best markup of anything. We've got a
Yeah,
company here in Atlanta that does different food trucks, and they've got one that does high end stuff and all this, but their taco truck actually pays for all the other ones to run because they sell so many tacos and such a great markup.
it's amazing. I know my son loves tacos. I'm not partial, but people love them. People are really, really enamored with tacos.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I was told him the other day that I was actually going to do a kind of taco lasagna where instead of noodles, have the little tortillas and the layers with taco stuff.
I do love lasagna. I went to school for 1 year in Switzerland and we had Italian chefs.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Did I fall in love with like Italian food? Oh God, the lasagna and the ravioli and like all of these Italian named foods was just to die for.
oh,
But I guess you go anywhere where it's their main cuisine, it's gonna be good, right? You go to France for French food, you know.
well, you would love it here then because I do a lot of Italian. I do ravioli that my favorite one. I've got a ricotta and spinach ravioli, and I've also got a
Oh,
lemon feta ravioli.
what were you doing in the medicine field?
I'm a paramedic. I've been a paramedic
Oh,
for 30 years.
I have some background in medicine as well. I'm a veterinary nurse and I did medical transcription for quite a few years as well.
Mhm.
So I thoroughly enjoy medicine as long as it's not on people.
Yeah, I understand. I fully understand that one. And like I said, I just started doing it right out of high school, and that's what I've always loved doing. And it takes its toll on you. Like I say, 5 years ago, I had the 2 strokes, and I thought I was out of it, but yeah, I
Is that
came
from
back.
the stress of being a paramedic or was it something else?
We never have figured out what caused them. The first one I didn't know I had. The second one I was actually on the ambulance working when I had it. Um,
Oh my God.
yeah, I started stuttering real bad, and just my partner took me into
And
the
you don't
ER.
look all that old. Oh, how old were you when you had your first one?
About 45. Yeah, 44,
Dang.
45 years old. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
never know what life's going to throw at you, right?
Oh man, it'll throw some curves, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But I
right.
had a good support system and everybody around me that loved me and helped me out. And
Yeah,
we,
you're close to your family and you're married and
mhm.
kids.
Yep, been married for 21 years, and I've got a 20-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old daughter. Yeah.
For us, it's just Jake and me, pretty much. We have a dog.
What kind of dog you got?
She's a rescue. She looks like she's Chihuahua Terrier.
Okay. We've got a Jack Russell who is almost 20 years old, and we got a little
Oh,
toy poodle who is
goodness.
about 18.
What was the 18-year-old?
A little toy poodle, the little bitty red
Oh,
one.
oh,
Yep. Well, he's.
oh.
I don't think he's going to be with us a lot longer, though. He's turned into the little old man, He can't see as well as he did. He can't hear as well as he did. He kind of
Oh,
gets confused. We don't want to take him to the vet because the vet's going to tell us it's time to put him down, but he's not in any pain. He's just a little old
yeah.
man.
Yeah. As long as you're aware of his quality of life.
Yeah.
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 It's a hard thing to do when it's your pet, especially after spending that many years together.
Yeah. I mean, that's all our kids have known is these two dogs. And we love them. And yeah, we keep a good eye out on them and make sure that they're not hurting and make sure they're okay. And they've done great.
Aw.
As a matter of fact, my wife's upstairs right now giving him a bath. And
Aw.
he is not happy about it.
Oh,
Nope.
usually dogs like baths.
He despises them. He
That's
does
funny.
not like them because his hair, it gets matted so easy. So we got to stay on top of that or else it'll just be little clumps that is horrible. But we stay on top of it pretty good. So he's just cranky. He's a cantankerous old man.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Just like people, they get cranky.
Yeah, pretty
The
much.
older we get, crankier, the more set and wear our ways.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
My tolerance for BS, diminishes every year older I get.
Oh, that's me all day long, and it's funny because on the ambulance I have to the stroke took away a lot of my filters and I have to really watch myself a lot of times because you'll get, as in anything, you'll meet people who are full of it. And oh, it's just I gotta control myself on those a lot of times because I cannot stand it. But oh, it's like, oh, your
Yeah.
foot's been hurting for 6 weeks and it's 4 a.m. I just couldn't take it. Yeah, okay, get in. Oh man. But I still treat everybody like they're supposed to be treated and I take care of them, even though they can get aggravating sometimes. But yeah.
Yeah. That's how I feel about animals. The animal can't do anything to me that would make me like be angry with him,
Mm.
but people is a different story.
Oh, yeah.
I get irritated with people a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand. That's what I love about my dogs. No matter what's happened, no matter what you've done during the day, you can walk in that door and they are just nothing but happy to see you.
Right?
All they want to do
Yeah.
is give love, and that's just so awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
Dogs are the best.
our Jack Russell's turning into kind of a little butthole though, because
No,
she
Jack
she,
Russell are kind of prone to that.
she is she's killing me because
They could be little characters.
she's not real spry anymore, because she's a little old lady, and
Yeah.
she'll get up on my wife's lap and she'll give her a hug, which by that I mean she'll put her head up on her chest and just press. And she'll do
Yeah.
that. She's done that for years. And, I love hugs. I'm a hugger anyway. And I'll tell her, Annabelle, give daddy a hug. And she'll get up here and boop.
Oh.
And she hadn't done that for me for like 3 or 4 months. And she'll get over there on my wife's lap, look at me, go boop, and put her head right on my wife's chest. Like, you being mean, Annabelle.
She's mad at you for something.
Oh, man, I don't know. But, man, she's killing me.
Yeah.
Killing me. Yeah, my
They-
wife sicked her on me last night. I had a bowl of vanilla ice cream. And
Oh,
usually
yeah.
I have chocolate. And we don't feed the dogs chocolate because we kind of don't want to kill them.
Yeah.
And she looked at Annabelle and said, oh, look, Daddy has vanilla ice cream. Vanilla's not chocolate. Annabelle jumped off of her lap, ran over there to me, and stood up by the couch looking at me like, need some of that. And the dog
Yeah.
ate like half my ice cream.
Yeah.
I've had a great time with you. And you're welcome back on here anytime.
That's very sweet. Thank you so much.
Yep. Now, have you got anything that you're wanting everybody out there to know about coming up?
As I mentioned earlier, you got to watch my son's new series, Ghost Chills, and his music. And I don't think I've got anything new coming up, although one of my movies just went on to Amazon Prime. So check out Vampire.
I will do it. I will definitely do it. Well, we appreciate it so much, and you were such a doll. I mean to tell you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.